For the last 2.5 years, I've been the only person that I knew had this. Talking to other people who'd shared that experience was great.
It's really life-changing. It's really uplifting to kind of share experiences and know that you're not alone.
To find out that other people have had the same problem and that they've had the same problems that I've had in getting help.
All need somebody else who you can relate to and who understands.
For a long time we did think that we were totally alone. The first time I came in touch with other people with the condition was like just unbelievable. It was empowering. I just think I was very empowered by it.
It's been nice to see people be so empowered, especially my mum, because she has her ups and downs. I could get quite emotional about it because I see her when she's so low.
I think particularly for lpld FCS, kind of left on your own, so you're told you can eat between 10 and 20 grams of fat a day. Off you go and do that, and actually the impact of eating that little amount of fat per day is actually quite profound. Dietitians don't really understand what that feels like on a daily basis or can really give good advice.
Understanding that my advocacy counts in a big way. It will be crucially important to be able to say just what my everyday living is about with the condition and how difficult that is. By all of us coming together, we will be listened to.
The best thing I've got out of today is actually the courage to speak up. There's part of me that's always felt that if I talk about it too much, it might annoy people or it causes fuss or you're a pain, and actually realising over the last day and a half how important it is that we've all got a shared voice and we're all talking about it as much as we possibly can.
We've got to do it as a group. We've got to, because the voice is bigger. You can't sit back and let people do that without actually doing your bit.
Getting awareness that this condition exists and the awareness that it can be life-changing if you're not watching what you're doing. I've been in hospital 5 times with pancreatitis.
Phil talked to us about the idea of how we can get our voice across, what we can say, small things like signing up for Twitter and sharing some tweets has been really interesting today.
Understanding just how powerful Twitter is. That is a fantastic tool to be able to say what we think and to get it out there very, very fast.
I'll help any way I can. I've downloaded Twitter. I would like to share our story.
It's really important to get rare disease story out into the health arena and make sure that the people that can make decisions and help the community are really aware of individual problems that different rare diseases come up against.
If more people understood it, more people would be more probably accommodating and do their best to try and help you rather than sort of poo-poo that you're ill and you've got something wrong with you. And there's a lot of illnesses out there where people don't look ill, but they are actually underneath very, very sick.
Hopefully other people will start learning about this and we're getting it out there, so hopefully things are moving forward and things will get easier.
The patient story is the biggest tool we've got. I'd love to be on that expert patient panel and be able to tell my story. I'd love to be able to sit and say to people, this is what I've had to go through and this is what I've had to accept as the norm, which I shouldn't have to.
But I am going to write my story is the first thing that I'm going to do and share that. It's such a complicated illness, it's such a consuming illness, and the more we can get people to understand that, to help us with our healthcare, the better it's going to be for all of us and for future generations that will have this illness.
Going to be very busy, but can't complain at all, because the more busy the lpld Alliance is, the more busy we all are as a group of patients, the more action, the more connected we feel, the more change can happen, and for the future generations that come along with the condition, the easier their life.
By all of us coming together, we can make a good story. We'll be listened to. If you want support, we need support, this is the way to do it. Let's come together like this.